Out of the embers, there's a fire burning for you.
Out of the embers, he is burning. James Newman, hello.
Yes, hello, how are you doing?
So good to see you.
You too. How's it going?
Oh man, it's awesome. Like, I'm glad we're here. You know, it's a weird one, but it's a great one.
Yeah, I know, even just being here is a privilege, isn't it? So it's been, I think, well, from what I've been told, it's very different to what it's usually like, but still here, still in the arena, still get to perform on stage. So.
It's gone from the sort of European to kind of...
Yeah, with a mask.
Now, your song Embers is so positive, so happy, and if I'm not mistaken, you wrote it with someone in mind.
I wrote it with my wife in mind, obviously, because she's the greatest person in the world. Yeah, it's about, for me it was about like my family as well, and just because you haven't seen each other for a long time doesn't mean the love isn't still there. You know, it just died down a little bit because you've been apart, and you can reignite that when you see each other again. So that was the idea behind Embers.
And how did she feel when you were like, babes, I've got a song about you?
Oh, she's like that every day because I write one about her all the time. But she's a songwriter as well, so sometimes that's bad though because she'll play like a sad song and I'm like, wait, is everything okay?
Oh, that's funny. And did she have a critique of Embers?
She was like, I really trust her opinion because I think she's a lot cooler than me. So she was like, that's the one, that's the song. You know, when we were listening through all the songs that I had for Eurovision, that one stood out to everyone, but she was like, you should definitely do that song, it's so good. So she had the final say.
And for you, was it a difficult decision or was it the obvious one for you?
It was for me, it was the obvious one. I mean, I had about 15 songs maybe overall, but we wrote about 9 of them in a week. We did like a big writing kind of thing when it was safe and it was all COVID safe and everything. But for me, Embers just kind of said everything that I wanted to say, felt like the right thing that I wanted to sing on that huge stage, and I wanted it to represent the UK music scene. And I wrote it with people who are having hits there right now, and it feels like a song that would be on the radio in the UK, and it is now getting played a lot. So, you know, we're here representing our country and with a song that should be on the radio there. So.
And have you ever thought of remixing last year's entry with some of this ounce?
Yeah, I mean, we could get a remix going. Yeah, I mean, I love that song as well, but Embers seems to have taken its place a little bit.
It's amazing. Now, you're from Yorkshire, and people outside of the UK may not be familiar with what it connotes. What can you tell us about Yorkshire?
Yorkshire is the most beautiful place in the world. People are very proud of being from Yorkshire. It's in the north of England, and where I'm from, it's just pure, full countryside. I'm from like a tiny little village. But if you meet another Yorkshire person, then you instantly have a connection because, you know, it's like, yeah, Yorkshire.
You know, at the grocery store, I always see the Yorkshire tea. Is this a point of pride? Is this something Yorkshiremen drink?
It is, definitely. It's the main tea, it's the tea of choice for Britain, I hope. But yeah, Yorkshire tea is one of the best teas around. And there's a guy called Sean Bean, who's a professional Yorkshireman, who sponsors Yorkshire tea. So you should watch the adverts. It's really funny.
I will be Googling after this.
You'll get Yorkshire if you watch the adverts. Yorkshire tea, you'll get it.
Now, how does someone from a small village end up becoming sort of, you know, a global songwriting powerhouse?
I ask myself that all the time. I think, you know, I went to music college in Newcastle and then I moved to London, and I was lucky enough to meet in a pub one of the guys from Rudimental, his sister, and then we all became friends, and then my brother moved to London, John Newman, and then we had all the songs with Rudimental, and then I just got into the music industry that way. But I think it was always believing in plan A, not plan B. There was no plan B. And my mum always said to me and my brother, just go for plan A and it'll work, and it has.
For those of us on plan D, we're going to have to reset and go back to A. So go to a pub. I'm noting all this down. And I read on Wiwibloggs.com actually that you started off in Babe, like a local production of Babe.
No, I said that. I can't believe I said that. My primary school, my first performance ever was as Babe the Sheep Pig, and I was Babe in like my mum's like pink leggings with like a little nose on singing.
Do you remember any of the lines?
We actually did. It was instead of the Jungle Book, it was like what was it again? It was I can't remember now. It's like, I'm the king of the farmyard or something like that. I don't know.
Hey, it was an early sign because now you are the king of Yorkshire music.
I am the king of Yorkshire music. I don't know if the Arctic Monkeys will be very happy about me saying that.
And on your song Embers, was your wife the first person to hear it, or did you go through several drafts with other people before that point?
I think I played it to her probably the day that I got it. Every time I get a song back, it goes on in the kitchen. So she would have heard it probably first, yeah.
Okay, brilliant. And here in Rotterdam, we talked about this on the red carpet, or turquoise carpet, but you've got these gorgeous trumpets.
Yes.
Tell us about the staging concept and how you feel about it.
I love the staging concept. I just wanted some big props. So we've got some 6 meter long trumpets. And for me, you know, like we've got a big fun song and I wanted, you know, to have something that kind of stood out on the stage. And we did our first rehearsals without pyros. They were always on the cards, and then we were like, let's get the pyros in. So we've got pyrotechnics. So we're literally going to light up the room. It's all going to go, which I'm really scared about actually because
don't wear hairspray.
No. Well, when I shot my music video, we had loads of pyrotechnics, and that was really scary. So, but it'll look good.
Yeah.
So
Embers.
You've got to suffer for your art, haven't you? Or whatever they say.
Just please stand far away.
Don't set the coat on fire.
Were these trumpets mailed here or were they built here?
They actually sailed them here.
Oh, wow. You're so eco-friendly.
I don't know how they got here, actually. They must have been made here, I think.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Ah. And on stage, it goes dark at one point. Like, for you as a singer, when it goes dark, are you still able to see everything that's going on? Or is it like a momentary, like...
It's a moment to really gather your thoughts and plan ahead. Yeah. And I have some things in my mind just before the song starts. I'm like pitching, so singing in key, singing in pitch, and think about Bruno Mars.
Really?
Mm.
Why is that?
Because he's so cool on stage. I'm like, if I can think about Bruno Mars, maybe I might be a little bit cool like Bruno Mars.
You know what? I've been really impressed with sort of your fashion sense in both the video and the staging. These coats are really, they're very elegant and very hip and very cool. Do you have a stylist, or are you kind of like, I want that?
It's been a collaboration between quite a few people, but my makeup artist actually is friends with a lady called Jess, who runs Hardware London, who designed my jacket for me. Okay. And she was like, you know, she's done stuff for Cara Delevingne, Bella Hadid and stuff. And she was like, yeah, I'd love to make you a coat for Eurovision. So she sent me a design and I was like, that is sick. I really want that. So for a big guy who sweats a lot, I don't know why I go for big coats, but for some reason I do.
Cara Bella James. Vogue is calling.
Cara Bella James, I like that a lot.
And we heard in your press conference, actually, that you have a vocal coach. And a lot of people, we were like, why does he need a vocal coach? He's good. Like, you're already hitting it. Like, there's a warmth, you know, you're hitting your notes. How has that helped you?
Annie is, she's amazing. She's like such a pro at this. She's worked on X Factor, Britain's Got Talent. You know, she's worked on huge shows. She knows what it's like to be on the camera all the time with an artist. She actually was Destiny's vocal coach when she did Britain's Got Talent. So Annie just knows what it's like. You know, there's so much pressure, and she's just you know, I think I've learned bad habits over the years as a singer. So she's got me back in the game and like keeps me on vocal rest a lot of the time. She's like, stop talking, you know, and she really looks after my voice. And I think, you know, I'm here. One of the most important things is to sing really well on stage. So I need her here. It's like going to the Olympics without a trainer. Isn't it?
Sonny, one thing we've said a lot at our table is that a lot of people here are like, I want to be a pop star, I want to slay. But you're like so laid back and like, you know, I'm doing my thing. It's like a humility. Is this your mother's influence? Is this Yorkshire? Where does that kind of down-to-earth humility come from?
I'm not sure, actually. I think probably my mum. She keeps me and my brother in check. But I've worked in the industry for a long time now, and I think for me, just getting, you know, the opportunity to come and do something like this is so fun, and I think I know so many amazing artists, and the most successful artists are the nicest people. So I always try and think that keep that in mind.
It's good to know. Now, James, could you sing a little bit of your song to take us out?
Yes. Out of the embers, you and I are gonna light up the room. Out of the embers, there's a fire burning for you.
So good. No warm up, nothing. Just boom, you're in there.
I'm warming up all day, just for that moment.
He is James Newman, representing the United Kingdom, and he's going to give you a final message right now.
I just want to say, honestly, thank you so much to everyone for the support. It really means a lot. It's a really scary thing doing Eurovision and like coming out and being like, hey everyone, here's a song, hope you like it. So everyone's been so nice, everyone's been so positive, so thank you so much. Without the fans, there would be no point doing this, so thank you everyone, I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.